What is up, guys? Spider here, and today we're going to be doing our rank 4 long shot video. So before we get into that, we've actually got this marvelous chain step offer here, which just popped up today. So what it looks like is that we get these 3 free crystals, I believe. Yeah, we get these 2. So it looks like they actually contain a chance to get a 7-star version of Captain Marvel down here, which I didn't know that she wasn't in the 7-star pool already, but I would love to see some damage. This is actually a champion that I have never played, and a champion that I don't have, so I would actually be really interested in seeing, hey, you know what happens if we get her? That would be really cool to, rank her up. So let's go ahead here and open up the Paragon one. We're just going to spin these out, just because I think that this is going to be a lot better if we do take the odds of just spinning the crystal. I always have better luck spinning the crystal. Sometimes my pop luck can't be, sometimes it's the best, but other times I just end up with, 4-star ghosts. So nice. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a phone call, so yeah, ended up so from a free crystal, it's always nice being able to pull at least something out of here. But we're hoping for that 7-star here, so let's go ahead and come on, purple stars, baby. Purple stars, baby. Come on, I can feel the luck. Okay. All right, we're stuck with 5-star Chilith. Alright. So, nothing good on there. That's pretty cool. I don't think that there's anything else that you can pick up from that crystal as well. I think that that's it, other than just the chain offers that they have there. But it looks like they do have the crystals here for the 7-star Captain Marvel, which you can purchase. And every single time I tend to purchase those, I always end up, I get nothing. As you guys have seen multiple times here on the channel, I get absolutely nothing. So, yeah, we're going to be checking out LONGSHOT today. So, LONGSHOT I actually took up due to the last Battlegrounds meta, and just because, this guy is ridiculously overpowered. I have seen him shut fights down in, 4 seconds. Let me tell you right now. He does so much damage, and I ended up getting him from the Valentine's event when he came out, and then I ended up using a Mystic Awakening gem to level him up, and I was like, oh yeah, he's kind of a good champion. And then I used him for real for the first time, and I was like, I don't understand how this champion's even in the game half the time. His Incinerate, if you have a champion that is, they can be incinerated, he's gonna nuke them. Alright, so looking at LONGSHOT's kit here, he has an 18% chance to nullify any buff and replace it with Bad Karma, and if LONGSHOT nullifies a True Strike, Unstoppable, or Unblockable, he gains a matching buff for 2 seconds. So the Awakened ability is insanely useful, because it's going to let you stack up the Bad Karma. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, so we're going to go ahead and scroll down here to the Good Karma. I'm going to try to explain this in the most spider way possible, which means, I know that 90% of you people are not going to listen to this whole thing if I just start reading out and then if you do percentages. Listen, there's good karma and there's bad karma. Now you may ask, how do you get the good karma? If you haven't read ahead already, good karma is created by holding heavy attacks, dodging attacks, or you have a 51% chance to gain 1 good karma when attacked and 102 if dodged. So you will lose good karma if you are inflicted with a non-damaging debuff. So when you get to 5 good karmas, you get a Pure of Heart, and this Pure of Heart buff it's going to give you Incinerates on your SP2, and it's going to give you Bleeds on your SP1. Now, these do some damage. These do some damage. So there is something called Bad Karma, and you can have a max stack of 5 of each. The Bad Karma is consumed when you hold a heavy attack and you hit the opponent. That will gain you Bad Karma. When you have the Bad Karma stacked on them, I'm going to show you guys in a second here, the damage is just cracked. So what you want to know is that the SP1 does bleed, SP2 does incinerate, and SP3, the Pure Heart is active, and this attack gains up to 7,000 attack rating based on his good karma. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the SP3 stuns the opponent. Don't ever use the SP3. Like, don't ever use the SP3 on Longshot. Like, it's the biggest waste of time ever. This guy is like my battlegrounds, like, key. So use him as fast as you can to get to an SP2 if they are incinerate. Like, if they can be incinerated, go right to the SP2, and if not, if you can still bleed them, go to SP1. I'm going to show you guys the damage rotation here. So we're going to just jump in, and I'm going to make this insanely simple to play. Like I said, these are going to be a little bit of a, you know, a spider style of explaining champions, because I'm not the most thorough player half the time. But what I will tell you is that I enjoy playing the game, and I love seeing big old red numbers. So this guy is somebody who gives big red numbers for doing absolutely nothing. So we're gonna start off, and we're just gonna fight this Winter Soldier here, and I'm gonna show you guys this damage rotation. So like I said, insanely simple. All you need, boom. So we're gonna hold. You see, we got two good karmas there, and then we place them on the opponent with a heavy attack. So if the opponent uses their special, the bad karma is refreshed. So watch, here we go, hold. They got bad karma. Now he's gonna use his special. Ready? Look at that, it refreshes him. So here we've got the the pure of heart. So we're gonna go ahead and hold to a 5. So we just refreshed here. Let him hit us for a second. That's okay. Okay, so they were consumed again. Gosh dang. Okay, come on. I want to get like a nice fully charged one here. Let's go ahead and put this bad karma on him. That's okay. So we're gonna chuck the SP3, and we're just gonna get this good of heart. Let's go ahead. Yep, slip on the banana. There you go. Okay, so here we go. Let's just go for an SP2 really quick. Here we go. Yep, let's give him the 5. Refresh. Here we go. Boom. Look at that. 10,000 clicks on him, and then you can continue to go and hit him as well. So that did 10,000. Look at this one. SP1. There we go. 8,000. He's basically dead in an SP2 to an SP1. And this wasn't the fastest. Just wait till we get to Captain Marvel. I'm just going to go right for the SP1 again. Look at that. 8,000 clicks. Like, you will see champions' health dip off in a matter of like 5 seconds. So let's go to Captain Marvel here. That wasn't the best fight I could have shown, but this will be. Just wait. Watch this, okay? Captain Marvel. Let's go ahead. We'll throw those bad karmas on her. Yep, let's go ahead. Yep, we're going to hold. Boom. I guess the only time you would want to use the SP3 is if you really wanted to, like, collect good, you know, good and bad karma. If you're going to be in a fight like this, I guess you could just use an SP3, then hold, because it's going to give you the 5-second timer. But here we go. 2, 3. Boom. Look at that. 13,000 ticks. Oh my gosh. Let's go right for the SP1. Hold on. Let's get the bad karma on her. There we go. Look at that. We're still doing incinerate damage because she's gaining buffs because we have to stagger. Boom. SP1. 12,000. Look at that. Look at that. That's absolutely atrocious, bro. That's absolutely insane. Like, I cannot believe 28 incinerates on her. That's just crazy. That is just insane. Like, let's just go ahead. Let's go against another Mystic, which this is gonna be a fight where you're gonna see like how much he can truly do. Because when in, you know, some harder matchups, he still shines. So he's going to be able to stagger the opponent, which I need to get to the SP2. So let's go ahead and keep building these bad karmas up. There we go. Perfect. Now we got the Pure of Heart. Okay, let's just get slapped a little bit. It's okay. Here we go. Now he does gain an insane amount of power, so just make sure that you're not going to the SP3. You want to only push the SP2. Like, I don't ever recommend using the SP3. Look at that, we just staggered him, and the more that I staggered him, look at this. He's doing tick damage for each stagger. So the incinerate buffs are going to keep going up. There we go. I'm going to throw the striker. We're just going to hold. Okay, clip, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, we're going to go in. Look at that. We just nullified it. Boom. Not even a big stack because we didn't hold block. Still doing some insane incinerate damage. Look, he's just trapped in the corner. Look at that. Look at that damage. And it's just by holding. I'm telling you right now. this guy's cracked. So let's go out to team select really quick before we continue. And we're actually going to go ahead and let's try to put together a little synergy team. So start the fight with 5 good karma when fighting a villain champion. So let's go ahead and put this on. So we'll put one on for Captain America. 50% chance not to lose. Okay, so nope, that's for Mojo. If the opponent is immune to bleed, Longshot special 1 with degen. I have used this on Quest, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the degen is nuts. The degen is nuts. I actually use Longshot to fight Sentinel. Is like my secret weapon. So all of you guys out there who have a Longshot, go in Battlegrounds, test him on Sentinel, and use the SP2, and watch how fast you will kill that guy. I feel like sharing that like puts my secret out there, but I'll let you guys use it. Just test it out. Trust me, it's the fastest Sentinel nuke out there. Okay, so Longshot's SP2 has a 42% chance to add an additional incinerate for each bad karma removed. That's overpowered. I wish that they would have buffed Rogue too, but you guys just had to not vote for Rogue, huh? We just had to not vote for Rogue. Whatever. X23 will be a good buff anyway. And then this one, Pure of Heart, lasts 4 seconds longer. So let's just boost him up and let's take him through. So let's see how long this will take us here. So we're going to go through Winter Soldier first, and we're just going to see how fast we can get these guys down here. All right. Yeah, I've had so much fun with Longshot. Like, this dude nullifies buffs. He reminds me of a lot of older champions in the game where, like, OG Scarlet Witch used to just nullify buffs. Like, she was the queen. Doctor Strange was the king. And I tell you what, Symbiote Supreme, that champion, who I feel has fallen off a little bit, but I haven't got to use him. And if I had him duplicated, I would take him to rank 3. I feel like this was kind of his specialty too, of just like nullifying and then, applying these buffs and debuffs and staggering. And it's good to have a champion that does that, because it makes me feel, a little bit nostalgic with these champions, because so many of them just have like, it's always fun nullifying, an opponent. And when you see those buffs fall off and you see, big red numbers, who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love some big red numbers, So let's go ahead here. Yep, we will push the SP3. That's fine. I'll show you guys the SP3 really quick. So this is what it looks like. I'll let it play out here. He hits him with his little Riz, and then they get knocked down by a banana. He goes for the shmoney. And there we go. Boom. And is the weirdest SP3 of all time. I don't know who Longshot even is in the comics. Like, I knew nothing about him. All I knew is that he's really good at this game. So I don't know what his power is exactly. I don't know how in the world, he causes lightning to come out of the sky. But hey, I'm all here for it. So, all right, let's see how much he's gonna do to Captain Marvel here, and he's gonna do more damage to Juggernaut next, since we have the synergy team formed with him. I should have actually taken him in here with Odin, just because like it would have been funny to see all of those buffs applied. But we'll just go with his synergy team. All right, there we go. So we got the bad karma applied. And notice that when you hit him, he does gain an insane amount of power too. So that's without so he still does incinerates due to stagger without the first one applied. Or without the Pure of Heart applied. So look at that, he's still doing 13,000 tips. Let's just use SP1 just to show you. Look at that, 12,000. So he can take on long form fights in an instant. Like, I mean, if you're looking for a champion to just go out and, destroy certain lanes or paths, he's your guy. If you're looking for a quick Battlegrounds kill, Longshot's your guy. And I don't know if there's any way to get him. Yeah, look at that. We just started the fight with the Pure of Heart. And as you guys can see, the Pure of Heart will be refreshed if you use a heavy attack. So there you go. So you want to make sure that you are using your heavies, and then we're going to just push to the SP2 so we can go ahead and get that nullify on him. Come on. There we go. Gosh, that damage is just insane. There we go. I'm gonna apply some more of those incinerates on him. And so the more that you start doing damage to your opponent, like you're doing the heavy attacks, look at that. Look at how much incinerate is applied there. We basically taken down Jugs in a matter of like a second. Boom. Just chucking that thing at him. Because of his SP3, I always think that he's chucking the unit. he's throwing a knife at him, but I always think that he's throwing the units at him. which kind of makes it more funny for me. But okay, let's try him out on a class disadvantage against Rhino here. So here we go. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna hold that block, boom, bad karma. We got the good karma on us, and of course, since he's a villain, we're gonna go ahead and we got our Pure of Heart. And we're just gonna watch his health bleed. So as you can see, he does gain an insane amount of power too. There we go. So still, even class disadvantage, he's doing 8,000 ticks there on the Incinerate. Let's go ahead and check bleed. Bleed's gonna be, yep, about 7,000 to 8,000 again. But he's still getting incinerated because we do have the Incinerate buff on him as well. So there you go. Let's do another bleed. Look at this. Yeah, this guy is absolutely cracked. I don't know what year LONGSHOT came out in, because I took a little bit of a break in the game. But yeah, this dude came out a few years ago, and he kind of fell under the radar for me. So let's take him here against Storm. Like the more that I've got to use him, the easier I would say that the gameplay became. That like it was confusing and tricky for me for a while trying to learn him, but like it's really simple, and that's what I'm gonna do with these videos. Is I'm gonna make these guides as simple as possible. So like I'm not gonna explain 30,000 different things in this fight. It's literally just going to be, I'm gonna be breaking it down as best as I can explain it. So there we go. So look, we're stunned, so we're probably gonna lose the karma there. Yep, okay. So let's use SP3. We'll get the Pure of Heart, and then we're gonna go over his rotation one more time. So, hold heavy, it gives you good karma. Heavy attack, that places the good karma on them, which creates bad karma. You want more bad karma on them, because that's gonna be the more damage that's going to apply. So let's go ahead here. We're just gonna use the we're gonna hold it heavy. There we go, we're gonna apply some of them. We have the Pure of Heart. There we go, boom, bad karma. Incinerates on SP2. Dodge it. We're gonna go in. Bleeds on SP1. And that still does incinerate damage here. Let's go in. Perfect. So, like I said, rotation is insanely simple with LONGSHOT. He's kind of a... I don't want to say he's like... I don't know. I think he's honestly kind of a bit of a dual threat when it comes to long form and short form content. I don't really know how good he is as a defender. Like in general, I have never used him as a defender, which, you know, I don't really think he would be that good of a defender. I mean, he's got the effects on him that, you know, could apply, but like, would that really do anything to you? I mean, if you get clipped by that Incinerate, you're dead in like a second. So I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. Have you guys fought LONGSHOT? Is he a tough defender? It'd be interesting to throw on my defense. I wonder if Matta would like that. But all right, here we go. So I just want to do this so we can test out his the bleeds, because it turns into the degens. So I'm curious to see what the degen effect would be on him. Let's go. Okay, that's actually good. The only time you ever want to get power burn is right now. I'm trying to test this. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Degen damage. Perfect. And it actually does very well, especially because I've got the Mojo Relic on too. So there we go. So immune. Let's dodge. We'll hold. Yep. Perfect. There we go. Let's heavy again. Nice. Let's hold. Heavy. Let's apply. 2. There we go. 10,000 clicks. Let's hold again. Nope. We're going to be clipped. Perfect. SP2. Okay, we didn't have any bad karma on him, so it's not going to do much damage, but let's hold and go ahead and get those Incinerators back. So as you see, if you don't have any bad karma and you did the SP2, the attack's not gone. You can just go up and heavy attack your opponent. So like, that's why I say, like, with Sentinel, it's insanely fun to use it against him, because as you play against Sentinel, like, he's one of those champions that's really gonna trip you up, like, if you don't have the right counter for him. So if you go up and, like, you know, you miss your attack and you're like, no, that's it, this, you know, it's wraps. Nope, it's not, because you just go up and you hold the heavy attack. Well, you got some good karma. You know, you can't parry stun in this meta. Unless you have the striker, but, you know, you go up and if you can clip him with a heavy attack, you're still going to be doing a ton of damage. So, like, he's a champion that I feel is insanely easy because he's not punishing if you completely screw up. like his attack is, you know, you can still do some damage if you have him. So there we go. It's gonna push us to SP3, so we'll get the Pure of Heart. Let's go ahead and skip. Let's hold again. Perfect. All right, let's push him. And like I said, you got that power gain going as well. Perfect. And just more instant. So, like I said, this is a champion that is just very, very fun to play. Very, very simple. And, you know, he's got my hair, so, you know, he gets another 10 points in my book. Yeah, I mean, how much more fun can you have other than just seeing big red numbers happen 24/7? Yeah, did you guys take up Longshot when you got him? Did anybody actually go ahead and spend there on the Valentine's Day offers? Because this was the first champion I didn't really know much about on there, other than the Superior Iron Man buff, which, oh my gosh, I love Superior Iron Man. I wish he did like a little bit more. I feel like he could benefit from like a slight bit more, but he's still so much fun to play. So, yep. So let's just go ahead and let's end out of here. I actually want to test him really quick with the Odin synergy. So I want to see how like buffed up he could possibly be. So let's just take off all these people and let's throw on, so we'll do Odin for those different buffs. Let's do, let's see. Who do we got here? Let's throw on like an Incinerate. I think Red Goblin has got an Incinerate synergy, doesn't he? No? No, he doesn't. Okay. Let's just do a critical rating, I guess. Okay, we'll just do this, and then crit rating here. We'll just throw this on. Okay, so we'll up the crit rating, and we'll throw Odin on here. Let's see how much, you know, damage we can get from the debuffs. I don't know. Is there an Incinerate synergy? Let me know in the comments, because if there's an Incinerate synergy, I would love to see how much damage that could do. There we go. So we'll go ahead and get these pre-fights active. You know what? Actually, really quick, let's go to Team Select and let's throw White Mags on here because he's got his pre-fights too. So let's go ahead and do White Mags. We'll go to Mutants. Perfect. And then we'll throw White Magneto on. All right, there we go. So he's got 15%, and then we're gonna use all three of these, and we're just gonna watch him in this juiced up fight, which is nice because that's a Mystic, Cosmic, and Mutant you could take in, and then just completely make this guy the main powerhouse. Like you could probably do almost 9.2 lanes with this, but yeah, let's see. Let's see who's got the buffs up. There we go. We got Bad Karma applied. Got that nice little passive stun there. Go. I'm not sure what that passive stun's for, but hey, I'm down for it. Alright, here we go. Okay, so it goes to 12,000. That critical rating's still going crazy. Here we go. I mean, that ups those ticks to 12,000. I mean, that's 2,000 more damage per tick. Let's see how much I can do with the bleed. So there we go. Let's just use it out. Bad Karma, 10,000 right there on the bleed, 10,900, so about 1,100 per tick. And that wasn't even fully like ramped up here. And this is against a skill. This is not against a Cosmic as well. So let's go ahead and boom. We're just gonna chuck that 11,000 that tick. Oh my gosh, he's crazy. Okay, yep. Let's go ahead and see what he's gonna do to Captain Marvel here. I wish that there was a big Cosmic I could just go in and just you know pound really fast. I wish that there was a bigger health pool here, but if I ever get invited to the CCP, then we can try that type of stuff. But for now, let's just do this. There we go. Let's go ahead and hold. Let's get those karmas up. Okay, so she's gonna be at 5 soon. Very good, she hit me. So that puts me at 4. Let's go ahead and transfer one of those over. Here we go. Hold in. Boom. 14,000, almost 15,000 per tick. 15,000 per tick there on that damage. 15,000. That's insanity. Look at that. And we're still going. We're just, heavy attack for 15,000. Y'all ever seen something like that before? There we go. Let's just heavy into special. So let's let's get these bad karmas here. I want to see this bleed. Let's go. Boom. There we go. 13,000 piece, almost 14,000. So we're basically doing 14 to 15,000 per tick there. Like that's insane. And as you guys see, I am gaining the good karma from the next thing there as well. And for whatever reason, it just shut off there. Okay. There we go. Heavy attack. Boom. They're done. They're done for. We'll do the Juggernaut fight and then, yeah. So let's go. Since he's against villain champions, we're just going to absolutely tear through him. There we go. Good karma and bad karma. That's it. So he's kind of just a swap, you know. He just puts on the bad karma, takes in the good karma. So there we go. Hold. Heavy. And even like when he's, I can't imagine like with like potions as well, when he's just like juiced up, when you got a bunch of juice on him, like how much he would do. So like that was 10,000 without having 5, you know, karma or the little pure of heart on me. So let's go ahead and just ramp up to SP2. That's okay. Just let him hit me. Get some mana, we can take some. Sure, we'll go to an SP3. There we go. Let's skip. Hold again. Boom. Nice. Put him down. Alright, I'll just get slapped by him. See, this is the gameplay of what not to do with LONGSHOT. Is how to just not get messed up by jugs. There you go. Let's throw the striker in. Come on. And then cancel. And about 10,000. So again, he's an insanely simple champion to use. If you guys have any good rotations with him or synergies as well, let me know in the comment sections below. But yeah, that's going to be kind of my rank 4 LONGSHOT review. And let's see what his PI is sitting at right now. So he's probably at about, yeah, 102,000 health, 7,000 attack rating. So this dude is stacked, okay? Like this dude truly is stacked. And if you guys want to you know, see any more gameplay on him, go ahead and check out my live streams, because I use him a ton in Battlegrounds, like a ton in Battlegrounds. And I mean, I've never been so happy leveling up a champion. He doesn't have the highest PI of all time, but you know, it's up there. I do need to put more Sig Stones into him as well, but yeah, guys, other than that, let me know how you felt about LONGSHOT. Would you guys take him up? Would you guys rank him? Or is this just a champion you'd pass on? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what other champions you guys like me to take a look at. I know we're still going to do our Fantman video and our rank 4 null, which I'm super pumped about. So, yeah, let me know, guys. Thank you all so much for swinging by. Hope you guys have a great day. God bless y'all. Peace. We have officially opened our members account here on YouTube. So for 99 cents, you guys can use all of these stickers in my live streams and in my comments. So if you guys want to join members and get access to exclusive videos such as me going through the antique shop with Chippy, or me going to C2E2 with Alex, or just random crystal openings that I won't upload to YouTube and exclusive content, for only 99 cents, you are able to get all of that. So stay tuned, guys, and the more members that we have, the more stickers I'm able to upload. So, you know, if you guys want to use the Magic Monkey sticker or the Diet Coke Slurp sticker or even one of your choice, let me know in the comment section below and join for 99 cents, guys. All support to the channel is going to go right back to the game, and it helps me afford the Diet Cokes. So please, guys, don't make me not have a Diet Coke.